Friday recipe. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm Joan Chandler, an independent Princess House organizer in Nashville, Tennessee. And today we are making breakfast for Fabulous Friday. Let's share the fact that I'm using our new, absolutely amazing electric double griddle. And this one surface is going to prepare my entire breakfast. So let's get started by first of all putting my bacon on, because bacon does take a little bit longer. So we're going to put a couple of slices of bacon on, and of course, depending upon how many people you're planning to feed will dictate exactly how many pieces of bacon and how long it's going to take for you to prepare it. Now, bacon is the only item that I'm using that will be having its own oil coming from it. And of course, you can choose which bacon you want to use, whether you want to use pork bacon or whether you want to use turkey bacon. And for myself, I don't use a lot of bacon in my normal food consumption anyway, but when you're doing breakfast, it's that one time that you might decide to splurge a little bit. So I've got my bacon on. I already had my griddle preheated at about 350 degrees. And as I indicated, bacon takes a little bit longer to prepare. So let me talk to you about the hash browns. I already have some hash browns prepared, but I did want to share with you how easy it is using our grater with our 3-in-1 to make hash browns. All I'm doing is sliding my potato across, as you can see, and you just simply grate your potatoes. You can do this ahead of time, and of course, if you prefer, you can go ahead and buy the frozen hash browns, whichever you want to do that makes you feel a little more comfortable. So we have grated hash browns, and the next thing that I'm going to do is to put those in with the rest of my hash browns. And I'm going to place my hash browns on my griddle, because again, the hash browns are going to take a little bit longer to prepare than everything else that I'm preparing. And if you've ever been to one of those breakfast restaurants, they always tell you how they're going to smother and cover. Well, we're going to smother and cover here today as well. And you'll see what I mean in just a second. So while I've got my hash browns sitting here and they're getting nice and comfortable on my griddle, I am now going to talk to you about what we're going to place on top of the hash browns as they cook. Now, of course, some of you might want to put a green pepper in your hash browns, but I'm going to be putting in my hash browns diced onion. I love onion with my potatoes. So I wanted to show you how easy it is, again, using our 3-in-1 to dice the onions, so that way you don't have to worry at all about teary eyes. So I've got my onion cut in a quarter, just simply press down, and that's how easy it is. So I'm going to add a few more onions to my hash browns. Okay? And we're going to let those cook. And I'm going to now move on to my eggs. And notice I have all 3 items on the griddle, or at least 2 for right now. And I'm going to double check my bacon, because I'm ready to flip it over onto the other side. And I'm using our wonderful Princess House tongs. Now, because we're cooking with Nonstick cookware, which is our CULINARIO cookware, we suggest that you use any type of utensil with a silicone base. So if you don't have any of our Princess House utensils, this would be a fabulous time to do that because everything in our catalog is buy one, get one at half off. So you might as well take advantage of that. All right, so I've got my hash browns and they look like they're moving along really well. And I'm going to put a little salt and pepper on my hash browns. Still using my tongs. Hash browns are already beginning to brown. Looking mighty good, mighty good, mighty good, guys. All right, let me put a little salt and pepper on here. Bacon is, of course, going to take the longest part of my time to prepare. So let me get some salt and pepper. There we go. There's a little salt. There's a little pepper. Now, while everything is working, the eggs, as you know, take very little time. So I'm just going to prepare scrambled eggs, and I'm just going to use eggs. I'm not putting any milk in them at all. Just putting 3 eggs together, scrambled. I'm using one of our Fantasia Fresh 1 quart containers, which will be perfect for this. Okay, I've got my eggs ready for me to scramble. Taking my whisk, just a couple of little whisks together, and my eggs are ready for me to place on the griddle. But before I place my eggs on the griddle, I'm going to go back and check on my hash browns because we don't want those to burn in one place. I'm turning those over. Oh my goodness, guys, if you could smell these hash browns. Woo, they smell so good. Yes, they do. My onions are cooking perfectly. And oh, the aroma is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is check on my bacon because we're about to end. The bacon is just about ready for me to take off. So one more flip and my bacon will be ready. And I am then going to continue with my eggs. Once again, the eggs don't take very long. So I'm just simply going to place my eggs, make sure I move over my hash browns. Okay, the eggs are there. Okay, and I want to make sure my eggs get a little scrambled. So I'm going to move those over. A little bit of the hash browns got in them, but who cares about that, right? Just adds a little extra flavor. So these eggs are going to be ready in just a matter of seconds. Let me pull this over. Yeah. All on one, absolutely one surface, I've got my entire breakfast done. And believe it or not, my scrambled eggs could be taken off right now because who wants dried out scrambled eggs? So that's exactly what I'm about to do. I'm going to take my scrambled eggs off. My hash browns are just about ready. Let me grab us a dinner plate. We're doing this breakfast at dinner time. And who cares about that, right? So here we go. I'm going to serve you up your platter of delicious breakfast items. Now I've got enough scrambled eggs for more than one person. So I'm only going to put enough for one person on here. I've got my hash browns all ready to go. So we're going to put just enough hash browns on for one person. Oh my goodness, this is looking mighty good, mighty good. And then we're going to add just 2 slices of bacon on. And breakfast is served. Now, I don't know if you can catch all of that lighting as well as I would like, but let's see if we can get the camera in for just a little bit. Take a look. We've got our hash browns, our wonderful scrambled eggs and bacon, all made on one surface using our brand new, you heard me, brand new electric double burner griddle. So, until you see me the next time on another Fabulous Friday, look into all of these great specials we have available, including buy one, get one and half off. And as a premium host, you can snag this double burner griddle for just $99.95, regularly retailing for $399.95. Until I see you again, have a fabulous Friday!